Welcome to the latest MiShorts podcast. This month, you'll be getting 3 filmmakers for the price of 1, as I'll be meeting Brighton-based film collective Animal Monday. The 3 friends made the leap from shorts to feature documentaries in a dramatic fashion, as their debut feature, Here's Johnny, was the first ever film to scoop up 2 Grierson Awards. So who's who?
I'm Adam.
I'm Will.
Yep.
And I'm Kat.
So like most filmmakers, people start with making a short film. First short being Retrograde, which is a film about a guy who loses his memory in a motor vehicle accident. Tell us a little bit about Retrograde, how it came to be.
Adam and Will, we went to university together. I was looking for a project at the time, so Adam told me about his friend who'd had a car accident, sounded fascinating, so we made that for my master's course, and then Adam applied to Taped Up.
Yeah, Taped Up, that was
Up.
it, which no longer runs anymore, but it was similar to the digital short, so you pitched for a small amount of money to make a short film, and it was received really well, and it went on ITV only locally. So, but it was nice for us, and Will obviously did the music for it, and so it was our first, I don't know, I guess idea of glimpse of we could do this maybe, and I think that was the catalyst for it. Of hang on, this has been really good fun. Why don't we do this as a job?
Because I can't remember my past as well. And the future and the past is gone. Just the present now, like seconds or minutes, is all that happens to me, really. You can store your thoughts and any emotion you have, and I can't, because it doesn't want to keep it up there. It just wants to go away forever.
Your next film was Timepiece. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Adam and I went to Switzerland with a watch enthusiast that we knew, had told us about these guys who sit in Switzerland making 1 watch a year, and they make every single piece, and we just spent a couple of days wandering around the Valley du Jour, which is the sort of famous watchmaking region, talking to some of the most amazing, cute watchmakers in the world.
The characters themselves, the 2 watchmakers, Philippe Dufour and Vianney Houter, were absolutely and are absolutely lovely characters. I mean, and I think a lot of their warmth permeates the film, and the fact that they were so generous as to allow us to completely reorganise their tiny little workshops that are so fastidiously organised with all their bits and pieces all over the place. Yeah. To get that close, I mean, we took up a lot of their hospitality.
I remember we had to get Philippe Dufour to make, to basically show us how the movement was working. So he's kind of like that, got this huge camera coming in like that with massive bits of glass, and we've asked him to kind of come around it like that. It was boiling hot, so he had all these lights in it, and he was just awesome.
Each time when you finish, you have the memory of this, of the making, of the tool, of the oil, of the people around. And when the story is finished, the time is again unreality. And I don't like the reality of the real time. I prefer my reality in my time.
So the film that everyone wants to know about, obviously, is Here's Johnny. How did that come about? And I suppose, what was that transition like for you to go from having done shorts to a feature?
Slow.
It wasn't really a transition.
Yeah.
It was always
we were
happening.
making it from the beginning.
I mean, that was kind of our little baby that we had going on the side. I mean, obviously we knew Johnny, and I've known Johnny for many years, and he's a very interesting bloke, and we just started thinking, we should film this guy. This guy's going through, at the time when he was newly diagnosed, it just seemed like a very interesting story. So we started filming it, years ago, so everything else seems like it was the latest thing, but actually this was brewing for a while.
The hardest punch that you've ever felt right in the stomach, and you just never ever get over the wind. Like psychically, you're just completely winded. Fuck, I'm knackered.
You can think of multiple sclerosis as a disease of 2 separate phases. The first phase is when the immune system attacks the nerves in the brain. Now, the immune system is normally there to defend against invading bugs, but it makes a mistake, and it attacks a particular part of the nerve called myelin. Now, if you think of a nerve as an electrical wire, the myelin sheath is the plastic insulation around the metal bit. What Johnny has experienced is really very typical for someone with multiple sclerosis. So at a fairly young age, in his 30s, he develops a number of different symptoms: loss of erections, difficulty with his bladder, difficulty with his bowel, which seem mysterious, perhaps trivial at first, perhaps they come and go.
Dead right. A little bit familiar about the erections though, wasn't he? I haven't met that man before, but he seems to know a little bit too much about my erectile dysfunctions.
In terms of your roles, obviously there's 3 of you. Are your roles clearly defined, or do they overlap?
They overlap to some degree. We develop loads of stuff together, and we talk a lot. I like to produce and direct, and I'm quite practical and logistical.
She keeps us in line. I mean, Adam is the editor, there's no doubt about that. You know, I am the soundman, and I think Kat, really out of all 3 of us, is the producer. She's the one that has that head on her shoulders. So it would be possible to split it that way, but we don't really find it the most useful way to think of ourselves, I think.
Well, guys, thank you so much for coming into the studio today. It's
Very welcome.
really lovely to have you. Best of luck. Best of luck with Animal Monday and with all your future projects.
Thank you very much.
You can see the trailer to Here's Johnny on the free section of MiShorts and find out more about Animal Monday on their website. You'll find the address at the end of the trailer credits. See you soon.
Drawing is my walking now, yeah, I run with that, I fly with it actually now. But yeah, it's keeping me alive, because I'm a fiend for it. I can't wait to get that. I can't wait to get a piece of paper with a pen. And because it's what I can control, and I haven't got MS when you're looking at my pictures. And I haven't got it when I'm drawing them either. And I think that it gives me that ability to express that fear, probably, because it's aggression, isn't it? The stuff that I do is sort of aggressive art, I suppose. And I think that all aggression is coming out of fear. So I think it just turned my fear into a workable tool. I was doing it before when I was well, but now those characters are representing a different mindset that, you know, me knowing I'm the MS sufferer. Some people can't write. And so I consider myself very blessed that that's never even occurred to me.